How you doing, guys? So this is Dr. Size Specific Chiropractic. So we have a special guest star. Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
All right, so Mikayla, all from, what is it, like SNL,
yeah.
and all that
I
stuff?
do Saturday Night Live, I do like off-Broadway, musical theater stuff.
Perfect. So let's go down the list. So the main thing you're here for is the TMJ.
Yes.
Right, so clues the viewers in. What happened there?
I've had Bruxism for years, like 7 or 8 years at least, a lot of teeth grinding, scary sounds at night. Then I started having lock jaw, and as a singer, I pushed through that a lot, but then my jaw started to dislocate. Then it would get locked in a dislocated spot. So in December of last year, I had a manual reduction procedure. It has healed, that has helped align it, but it's still locked with a lot of inflammation and pain.
Okay, so what's going on with digestion though?
Oh, we are having the time of our lives. We are bloating, we are gassy, we don't know what food triggers this. Some of it used to be like an anxious response with auditioning. Now I am mentally good, but any sort of food at any sort of hour can trigger like IBS-D or C symptoms, GERD, like crippling cramps in this area, really hard to like move gas through the body.
Got it. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's take a look, see what's going on with those cells.
All right.
Now, we're talking about, you got the locked jaw.
Yes.
Okay, and that's also what I see here in the x-ray as well. Okay, so it looks like you have a posterior superior locked jaw situation. That means your jaw itself. So usually when it comes out, you should go like forward and sinks down. Yours is like,
yes.
Yeah, it went upwards this way. And that's what I'm seeing over here. Well, that fell over there. But now we just gotta trace it back. It says, okay, did you really start there or did it start somewhere else?
Right.
So it's the atlas itself over here, right? The size of these should be symmetrical. Instead, what I'm seeing is it went forward this way. So therefore, this atlas bone went all this way, the skull went that way, and what is going to happen to the jaw? It's going to misalign it.
Oh, what a thrill.
Yeah, so what caused your atlas to twist all like this way? And it's not just a small amount, a considerable amount. And I can see it traced down here because we keep on tracing all the way straight down here, all these twists. Keeps on following through, and then it looks like it's coming from this.
Okay.
So in essence, with your body over here, it's like it twisted this way, twisted that way, twisted this way. We keep on tracing all these twists.
Okay.
Like that. So it's this fella. You're starting to have a slight little degeneration over here, so that tells me no, it really comes from here because it crisscross patterns like this.
Right.
Because since your left hip, it went this way, okay, we can't walk this way. Our body has to, how do I compensate, keep on going this way, okay? So therefore, that's why it's gonna wear out a little bit on this side over here. However, okay, that's what we're gonna point to on the nerve charts over here. So that's where, if there's quite a bit of twist and turn in that region over there, if we have a subluxation there that irritates a nerve, that fella right there innervates the small intestines.
Okay.
So typically IBS symptoms, especially C's and D's, okay, if this nerve to your small intestine is not working right, there is no way it's going to start absorbing or processing the data for that area, and it's just going to say, you know what, sorry, but the whole entire thing's a loss. Chuck the whole entire batch out. Bam. Now you got IBS-D. You got the diarrhea going right through it. Okay. Now the other areas I'm also seeing is that fourth lumbar and also this left hip over here.
Okay.
That fellow over there, you see, controls the nerve to your large intestines.
Okay.
So gas, bloating, and constipation. Yeah. And on top of that, you know, you also mentioned the consultation. That's where even the periods, that's no fun there either.
No.
Okay? And then that's where we're also going to uncover these fellas here found on you, plus occiput.
Okay.
Okay. That we're going to confirm later on in examination. So if we have a subluxation over here, that's also nerve dysfunction for the stomach.
Got it.
Okay. This fellow over here, okay, not only is the shoulders, elbows, and hands, but also thyroid. So that also explains why it's like, you know, for certain days and times, a little struggle with the energy wise, right? Okay. So once again, so this fellow over here, because the way your whole entire spine is being rotated this way, it's like a what you call it, like a kitchen
like
rag.
wringing out a towel.
Yeah, you're wringing a towel. That's what's going to irritate that dorsal nerve, And your body is doing the same thing similar as well. And right here, that's 6 dorsal, okay? And that's a nerve that's going to that stomach over here. And this is where we got this side stuff going on over here, okay? Now, this fellow over here, what's going on is that normal, as we see over here, is supposed to rotate like this. Rotate quite a bit left and right. But if there's so much rotational torque, okay, see how much is like over here, viewers? See, if I keep on rotating this part over here, what happens? Now we start to see this bone on the side sticking out. So we are seeing the same thing that's happening right over here.
How do I do that to myself?
On the left hip. So, but of course, again, I'm gonna double check my hunch on that, but so far everything's pointed out because see this gluteal fold line over here? That's supposed to be smack in the middle. But it's way off to the left over here.
Is it helpful to mention when I was born, my hip was popped out of its socket? It was the left hip.
Possible.
I wore a brace for a few months. And then,
Possible. Yeah,
I don't know.
That may have explained why or how you acquired this hip injury, because this is an old one. So,
Okay.
yeah, and the way it's misaligned, that's why I want to take a look at this one over here. In addition to, it also sucking down this way as well.
Okay.
So, therefore, the hip went backwards, twisted this way, and it's sucking down this way.
Oh my gosh.
So,
It's probably a dance audition.
So, exactly. So you're doing this like crazy twister going on, and all that
Yeah.
spine over here. That's why we see all this twist going on over here, and it's all trying to get our head over here. You know, we try to get it centered, but no, because you get a twist all over here, the head says, okay, what can I do to get you here? That's how trouble doing so. Everything got compensated, so everything's twisted this way, twist that way, twist this way, that way, this way.
I'm like a bop it.
Right, so that's what's going on, all is straight up here. And because of that interiority, even this fits cervical over here, I want to take a look on you to examination. But we also have to need to triage this, because you also mentioned in the past you had COVID, okay?
Yes.
COVID, it's interesting how it does it. I still don't understand the full mechanism behind it, but it loves to misalign the skull off of the whole entire spine itself. So the reason why it's important is, as you can see over here as well, okay? This is the brainstem. It's supposed to keep on going through and occupies this region of our upper neck. Okay? Now, if the skull itself, like we see over here, if it tilts going forward, it's going to pinch the back part of your brainstem. If it misaligns going this direction, it will irritate and pinch the front part of the brainstem. Either way, that's not good. Okay, the brain doesn't like that. It has to be smack in the middle. I don't see that in you.
Okay.
Over here, your skull is slightly misaligned towards this way. It's not a whole lot, okay, but it can cause some potential neurological problems. In other words, sort of like having a major traffic jam on the GW bridge, shutting stuff down through the rest of the spine over here. And yet this is supposed to be a two-way highway, get all this data to all your organs. Clearly not all of it is running at its optimal best.
Right.
However, here's the problem. I cannot do both same time. It's sort of like driving into forward gear and reverse gear. You can't do both same time. You gotta pick your battles. And right now, since, it's like you wanna go back to singing and you wanna deal with this jaw, so therefore, no, we're gonna be tackling everything else to try to get this jaw, lock jaw, working again.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead, let's take a look, see what we've got.
All right.
Right now, we're gonna start with visualization, all right? We wanna see those potential indications of nerve inflammation here, okay? So, this is swollen at the very top over here. Muscle spasms, that's present over here. So evidently your body's trying to stabilize and level something here. All right. Okay, not too bad. Some swelling, but because you're petite and skinny over here, okay, that's why it's a little harder to see and feel for these issues. But no, we still have some muscle spasms, a lot more on the right hand side. Okay, and we got something right over here. That's that little dorsal. And then you can see we have all this pooling and fluid and edema all down here. How's this fellow right there?
Feels inflamed.
Yeah, it's more puffy.
Yeah, it's very
more fluid filling around the
puffy's the
left hand
word.
side. Yep. This fellow right here is instrumentation. So when you start to get that inflammatory state where this tissue gets damaged, okay, it's gotta start leaking out that intracellular material into extracellular space. And that's how you start the inflammatory process. The body says, okay, what's going on over here? And I start introducing more blood into the area, try to bring more white blood cells to the area to investigate. So the byproduct of all that is going to be increased heat, and that's what this device here picks up. So these are potential levels. I'm going to take a closer look on you in a bit. Yeah, slight reading over here as well. Small little reading on that fifth cervical. Yeah, see, reading up there, Knox part right up there. Tender right there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not moving.
That is tender.
Yeah, that's not moving at all. See, the right side, that's moving just fine. Yeah, see, that's locked up.
Yeah.
Now let's check what's going on with your fourth. Yeah, how's that poor fella?
She pops a lot when it's arched. I don't know if that's a compression thing or what, but it,
Gotcha, that foot lumbar is not happy.
yeah.
How's that fella right there?
That is extremely inflamed. And I've always kind of struggled with, I always thought it was just the muscles being inflamed, but that whole part of my back feels terrible.
And this is your 11th dorsal, has a nerve to your intestines.
Yeah, that's all very tender.
Right there, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's your 6. That's not too fun right there. See that right there? This is not too happy either. Feel that right there, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels great. What you're doing feels great.
You feel this huge knot right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all filled with fluid.
I think that's been there for like a decade.
See, it's all trying to stabilize and protect your fifth cervical right here.
Right.
Okay. So let's check the atlas. See, the atlas is not that great, but it's not fully misaligned either. It's compensating. See this over here? Feel that fixation right there? See, this is, it moves here, but the right side is a little bit stuck right there.
Right.
And then when I try to rotate, see that? Feel how stuck that is over there?
Yeah.
So it's very anterior on the right hand side. Okay, and the changers, let's take a look at that fella. Open. Oh, close. Yeah, this is definitely a locked jaw on the right side. It's barely moving.
Yeah,
And the way it's shifting is not that great either. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's unpack all that stuff there. There's that sweet spot, right? Excellent. Go ahead, walk around.
Okay. I'm trying to notice the hip. Well, it's supposed to be a little more open. I think it is.
Oh, you tell me.
I don't know. I can't feel any. I think it is a little more. Let me see. I don't know how to test for it. I think it feels a little more aligned.
Well, usually what things you notice that really challenges them?
It's interesting. I don't notice it when I'm walking so much, but I do notice that my left knee locks, which is probably an indicator of this being tight. And I don't feel that right now. That feels good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yay.
A little more.
Ooh, yeah, okay. That was fun. How's this feel? That feels, oh wow, that feels better. Yeah, I definitely feel way more space here already. Yeah, and like I could breathe a little bit better.
Okay.
Which is great. Yeah, this feels way different, which is good.
Any changes in the gas bloating?
Actually, yeah, I think by breathing better, I meant that there is more space for me to breathe. It feels a little less bloated, like less pressure in this area, which is good. Like, yeah, I can breathe through this part of my body, whereas before it felt like I had a corset on and I had no space for that. This feels better.
Great. That was a biggie.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Come on up. Okay, walk around.
Yeah, that one was like definitely emotional release. I was holding a lot there. Oh, wow. Yeah, my shoulders already relaxed. I feel really open here. Ooh, yeah, definitely like that other video with the woman that was crying with her sinuses. Like there was a lot of tension there, so I feel almost emotional, like that tension has been released. Yeah, ooh, I could breathe a lot better now too. I think that's why I feel emotional. There's a lot more space. That was a big one.
Any other differences you notice in your belly?
Yeah, it feels open. It doesn't feel like there's any tension. Usually it hurts a little bit or feels inflamed. It feels pretty good right now.
Nice. Well, there's that fella.
Wow.
Come on up.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling like the wingspan of my shoulders, whereas before I feel like I was like this, but I feel like there's so much like more lateral space in my body.
So it used to be rounded shoulders.
Yeah.
And now it's more open up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
This feels great. Oh. Ooh. Oh.
Okay. Walk around a bit for this one.
Whew. I feel like my head is on straight. A little bit more. Wow, yeah, I'm processing that too. I feel like the second you did that, my jaw felt better. Definitely a lot better. It's still like locked when I opened it to this point, but I felt an opening in that area that I have not felt in a very long time. There's a lot more space.
How much more can you open that jaw right now?
I can open it more without pain.
Uh-huh.
I am afraid if I open more than like, oh, that feels good. The only thing that throws me is that I can hear the bones kind of like going like this on each other in my ear. So then that makes me worried that it's gonna pop out. But I think I do have more range of motion. Except there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But we're getting closer.
Just like a recap, as we discussed before, because your atlas shifted so much, rotated so much, your jaw is gonna compensate and twist out of alignment. Now that we start to recenter that atlas, take your anteriority out, that's why now it's less irritation to the jaw.
Yeah, wow. I'm processing this. I definitely feel a lot different as I breathe and like feel for the body. This whole part is like 10 times more open.
Now let's save the best for the last. TMJ time.
Oh God, okay. Let's see how she goes. If I scream, it's a good scream.
Go ahead, open, close. See, it's moving more. Open, close. It's still locked. Okay. Go ahead, open. Open as much as you can. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. This one, two. Open. Close. Okay, open. Close. Open. Close. Okay, close. Good. This one now. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Okay, go ahead, stand up. Give that jaw a try.
She's still making weird sounds. I could feel like when you were doing it though, it was trying to slide back into place. I don't know how out of place it is. And it was like there and then it like went back. I don't know if that's something you felt too, but it's like it's getting closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still crunchy, but I don't know if that's just the actual deterioration of the joint at this point or if it's...
It is, okay. So, but let's backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, how's the jaw feeling now compared to before?
If it feels A little better. It feels like the muscle is trying to relax and it's confused, so it keeps trying to tense and then relax. But the signal has been sent that it needs to relax. Yeah.
How much a difference would you say compared to before?
Way
to
better,
now?
way better.
Roughly ballpark from 0 to 100%. How would you say now?
It was like a solid 50% better at least. Yeah.
Okay, that's a great start. Okay.
Yeah.
So now to answer your other question, okay, what's going on with the crepitus, the grinding noise that you have over here? Okay. Now you have to think of the TMJ like a socket, it's like a joint like this. Okay. Now we're supposed to have cartilage. Okay, that's for the groove. Now, however, because the jaw got locked in there, okay, what it does is it shifted and start grinding away at this part over here. So in your case, because yours is pretty significant and severe over there, and of course, the doctors, they also did a manual, reduction of the TMJ itself. In other words, they really yanked it out of there, okay?
Yeah.
So it caused even more damage to that joint.
Okay, yeah.
So now that we're able to realign it a little bit more where it's supposed to be, it's going to take some time.
It does feel more aligned, yeah.
It's going to take roughly about 3 to 6 months for your body to regrow that cartilage in that groove. The things you can speed that up is take collagen and vitamin C.
Okay, great.
Because collagen, 1/3 of it is vitamin C itself. So you take those 2 supplements, it's going to help repair this. At the same time, subsequent future visits, we're going to keep on working on that locked jaw to loosen that up, to keep realigning, and your body's going to start recognizing, oh, hey, wait a second, I'm not like here anymore. I'm a little more centered. Okay, guys, let's start regrow the grooves and like this.
Yeah.
So then it has a nice stable joint instead of being like this wide right now. And it's like this.
That is wonderful that it can regenerate with collagen.
Okay. It's going to take some time.
Like a vital proteins moment, a powder, or...
Right. It's going to be a 2-prong attack. So we have to realign your mandible itself, the TMJ itself, and you also got to take that nutrient supplements, to help it speed up the healing process.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're all set, okay? And then we'll do a follow-up on the next visit and see how you're doing. Okay?
Great, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
He's the best. I have been crying for 2 days straight, like happy crying, because I have never felt, I've had chronic pain since I guess I was 19 or 20. I didn't know what normal was supposed to feel like until like even hours after I left. It took a minute to adjust, and then like all of the inflammation left my head. I didn't have a headache. It's been 3 days, no headache. Lockjaw gone. I could move my arm, whereas before it I had like pinched here. I could feel like no muscle inflammation here. And I could I could just move my body without pain, and I didn't know how much pain I was in, because at 19, when this starts, you're like, oh, that's just being an adult. This is what this feels like. And now I'm like, oh shit, my whole life I've been living with these limitations, and I can feel now what normal is supposed to feel like. So I've just been like sobbing, like happy sobbing. I'll be like, oh my God, I can do this. Nice. So it's been great.
All right, so lockjaw is getting better, migraine headaches getting. Oh, how's the IBS and digestion? How's that coming along?
That's been good. So I've been taking your advice with like the spirulina and stuff. So I've had like spirulina smoothies and yogurt and stuff. I've been trying to eat gluten-free just on a general note, and I've had no problems.
So no IBS-C or D?
No.
Nice.
All good.
Right. Well, the other aspect of it, don't forget, we also restore the nerve function to those small intestines. So finally, your body is able to recognize and say, okay, these are nutrients we're able to accept and bring into the blood, and so that we still want to keep out.
Right.
We had that miscommunication where, no, this fellow was actually says, no, we gotta, pretty much dump everything out. That's why we're having that IBS-D symptoms going on like crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that hasn't come back. I've been doing the icing like twice a day because I always run around, and that's been helpful. I haven't needed Advil or Tylenol. I haven't needed coffee. I see why people are morning people, because I used to like oversleep, but the fatigue is way less now that this is clear. Like I feel like I've been living my life with a helmet, so now I'm like, oh, great, it's 7 a.m. I'm up, let's go. Let's have a whole day. Nice. I teach Pilates, so I was demoing some things throughout the week. I feel like I probably tweaked my back again in a couple places, just as I learned to figure out how my body needs to move as I demo these exercises. But I can like feel what's supposed to be happening now, which is a lot better. Nice. So I'm optimistic.
Well, I'm glad for all of those changes over here. Well, thanks for the updates.
Yeah.
We'll keep at it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.